Hey everybody, it's Brandon, the Weekend Cruiser, where I go on a weekend cruise just about every weekend. Though this past week I have spent 8 nights. We're on the last day of our sailing now on Royal Caribbean's Vision of the Seas, and wanted to give you a full floor-by-floor breakdown of what this cruise ship is like by giving you a ship tour of the Royal Caribbean Vision of the Seas. Now I'm going to start on the lower level on deck 4 in the common spaces, and we're going to work our way up. All right, everybody, this is Royal Caribbean's Vision of the Seas ship tour. All right, so we'll start the tour here in the Centrum. This is the heart of everything that happens on the ship. There is no promenade on this ship, so all you have is this one beautiful opening in the ship that goes up all the way to the very top. But this is an awesome place where they hold a lot of events here. They've done, different kinds of trivia. They've done Battle of the Sexes. They've done if you can sing it to win it here. You've got a lot of events going on, and you've got your R bar over here to give you all of the cocktails that you could want. Also a great hangout section. They're also going to have a lot of live music here. So if you wanted to hear one of the groups on board, this is a great place to come and do that, and good photo opportunities up on the staircase. If you are looking to book your next cruise, we have our next cruise offices located on deck 4 as well, over here on the side. She is more than glad to help you out if you want to book one of those cruises. You have a book where you can sign up, make an appointment. They've got some great deals going on. And you see there's more lounging. We are in Valencia, Spain today, and we are ported here on, we're getting off on deck 4 as well. They've got a gangway that actually comes up to us, which is pretty nice. So I'll show you the other side over here, more seating. One thing you're gonna see throughout the ship is there is plenty of windows and light that is gonna cut through to the outside, really making this feel like a very open, and it makes the ship feel bigger than it truly is. If you are on deck 4, staying on deck 4, that is the door that's going to connect you to your stateroom. So do make sure that you're booking a little bit further away from the Centrum. There are a lot of parties that do go on here, and it can be a little noisy at night. The parties go on till about 11 o'clock is when they cut them off, but if you are staying on the ship, make sure that if you are staying somewhere near that Centrum area, that you are going a little bit further down just to get away from that noise. You've got the My Time dining here on deck 4. This is traditional dining here on deck 5. Deck 4. I'm getting all my words confused today. So you can see that it is, again, well done. Plenty of windows. You've got a grand piano over there in the middle. So a lot of great space to be able to eat and enjoy. So that is all that there really is on deck 4 here. Let's head on up to deck 5. So we are now up on deck 5. I'll pan over just to show you. We are truly on deck 5. You've got your menu for the main dining room directly in front of us, and you're gonna have the My Time dining section. It is on both the left and the right-hand side. So if you are in My Time dining, you can use either one of those. We'll quickly pop outside just to show you the deck 5 sitting area and spot to hang out. Luckily, it's not that humid today, so the camera should not fog over for us, but this is a neat place to hang out. Want to grab a chair, very quiet, always shaded. You see that we are here with the Aida Stella today, a German cruise line who's been following us this entire journey, and more places to sit. Coming back into the Centrum, the first thing that you're going to see here is your loyalty desk. So we've got our loyalty ambassador, Jane, who is on board with us today, taking very, very good care of us. So she is going to sit here, show you the hours quickly of when she is here. And this is, of course, going to change for every cruise or every sailing, but there is probably some consistencies to it. You're then going to have your short excursion here on the left. So if you want to book a short excursion, you can do that on your app these days. But if you have any questions or need somebody to coordinate with, this is where you're going to do that. You're also going to have guest services over here on the right. It is the last day of the sailing, so a lot of people are settling their accounts and taking care of any issues that may have come up. You're also going to have the Zoom desk here. So if you want to get any internet or have questions, that is where you're going to talk to your Zoom specialist. Walking down into the casino, now I'm not actually going to show you the casino because You know, I don't think the casino always likes cameras in there, but I did want to show you this map here. So this is going to show you everywhere that you're going. I don't know why they don't do this on the other cruise ships, or at least I've never seen it, but it's neat that they do have this on smaller ships, demarking where the cruise ship is going to be going and the different ports that we're visiting here in Spain. So for deck 5, that is it. Let's head up to deck 6. All right, I'm going to pick our tour back up here on deck 6 aft. So you see the cruise terminal here on the left, and you're looking out into Valencia, Spain. But this is the Some Enchanted Evening Lounge. Not sure where they got the name from. It's quite the mouthful. But as you see, this is you know, a place that a lot of the smaller ships have in the very aft section of the ship. Beautiful views. There's oftentimes not many people here. So if you wanted to read a book or you wanted to scroll away somewhere, this is a great place to do it. This is also where I shot the video with the cruise director, Mercedes La Fuente, over there in the corner, talking about how she's raising her child on board. So if you have not checked that out, make sure that you're heading over and checking out that video. This room is currently set up for the Park West auction, but they also do karaoke in here, they do trivia in here. This is where the top tier event was as well. So it is a good size multifunction room that you can come and hang out in. The bar here on the left is not open all the time, but if they have a function going on, you're gonna find at least one bartender over there. And here to the right, you're gonna have the Diamond Club. So this is clearly an afterthought from when this ship was built, that they built this Diamond Club, but I'll give you a quick tour of the Diamond Club. It's got an automatic door on it. Just peek in really quick. You'll see that they have coffee and they'll do some food for you. Again, great windows, places to hang out. And if you need the Diamond Concierge, this is their desk here. Coming back out, we'll walk into the actual schooner bar. So I'm doing this in a little bit of reverse order. It feels like walking towards the middle of the ship. But the schooner bar is always a fan favorite. You're gonna have your piano guy who's gonna be playing. You're going to have some trivia that happens here. They're doing like a picture trivia the other day, so I saw a sheet of paper with all sorts of people on it that they were having to identify. And you're gonna have Giovanni's over here. It looks like it is closed right now, but that is where Giovanni's is housed on this ship. Coming back around, you'll see that there's plenty of seating here. We have our next future pianist in the making.
Yes.
And this right here is actually my favorite 2 chairs. It is actually in the bar area, but because there's only 2 of them and it's me and my friend, it makes a really neat place to be able to sit and hang out. Bar here if you want to get any drinks. Schedule all your entertainment on the TV if you want to check that out. And then you're going to walk back in towards the Centrum. And if you are looking for things, they do have a lot of signage around telling you that Giovanni's table is that way and that this is the schooner bar. On the right-hand side, you're going to have your business center. So if you did not bring a laptop, you don't have a smartphone, but you want to access the internet, you can do this. You still have to pay for the internet to use these computers, but it is an option there. I'll also call out here that you've got 2 different banks of elevators here. You've got your elevators on the left and your elevators on the right. So the ones on the left are going to run from decks 1 to deck 9, and you're going to press the button listed here on this one. And if you want to go up to deck 10 or 11, where the concierge lounge is and Azumi, you're going to press the button on this side to call these 2 other elevators, and you'll see once we get up to the top why that is. Beautiful views of this Centrum from here. So if you didn't want to be necessarily in the heart of all the activities downstairs, you have the ability to come up here, sit in some of the chairs that are overlooking the Centrum, and still be able to participate and enjoy. My favorite place on the ship is always Cafe Latitudes. They are taking very, very good care of me. So you're gonna have Ben & Jerry's ice cream. Over to the right, you have your Park West gallery if you don't make it to the actual art auction. You're gonna have the library directly beside of it. Glad this is back since post-COVID that they've brought the books back. There are plenty of them here, and I'm sure that they will be restocking these soon for the transatlantic when Vision of the Seas heads to, I believe it's Miami, where it's going to be based, until March. Then it's going to switch up to Baltimore. You've then got your old school picture gallery. So if you want to come and buy pictures, this is where you're going to do that. They don't have the digital version that many of us are used to, where they print them out here, and you have to search and find it. So all of these billboards here, they turn around and they have all of the artwork listed on them, or not artwork, excuse me, all of your pictures listed on it. You have to find yours, and then you can take it with you at that point. That is an advantage of being a Crown and Anchor member, is I get one picture every cruise I go on, and it's probably one of my favorite benefits. I honestly get a picture on every cruise I go on, so you get to see how I age week over week. If we just look back here to the right quickly, you'll see that this is going to wrap back around to Park West into Cafe Latitudes, just to let you know where you are. You have a lot of great shopping, so even though this is a smaller ship, you're going to have some really good shopping with Solera for your smell good stuff. You're going to have the shop over here for all of your Royal Caribbean branded merchandise. You're going to have the jewelry store over on the left, so if you want something a little bit more high-end, or maybe you just want sunglasses or a bag, they're also going to offer that over on the left. Now this hallway here is going to bring us to the theater. So the theater is called Masquerade. Some of you may know that on Freedom of the Seas, the show there is actually called Masquerade. So I don't know which one came first, if it was the show or if it was the name of the theater, but the theater here is called Masquerade. And I'll take you in real quick just to show you what an older theater looks like. They've done a great job of keeping this up. I mean, just look at the floor color, how vibrant that blue is. Even though it probably is older and still looks a little bit older, it's still extremely vibrant in the color that it has. Now this is the theater here. It's a pretty neat setup. The chairs are actually organized in sections of 2 and 3. So if you want to sit beside of somebody, you may feel a little bit awkward, but I think that it's normally winds up being fine. This here is actually the most popular section, is in the very back in these green chairs. That's what fills up first. So if you want one of those, make sure that you are coming in here earlier. And you're going to have all of your seats down below, which are one-seaters. My personal favorite in this theater, I did sit in the very front row one time for one of the singers and dancers, but I enjoy sitting up here in one of the upper balconies. This also, if I don't know who the performer is, gives me an easy out. If it's something that, you know, I may not appreciate as much as some others, it allows me to more easily escape from the room should I have the desire to do that. All right, so that concludes the tour of deck number 6 here. You'll see that there are some aft elevators here as well. So even though this is a smaller ship, there are plenty of elevators to go around between, I think it's the 6 up front, and then you've got the 3 here in the aft. We're now gonna go up to deck number 9 and check out the pool and the solarium. So follow me up. So welcome to deck number 9. This is also where the windjammer's gonna be. So we'll start out cutting through here quickly just to show you how it's arranged. There are 2 sides to this windjammer, but it doesn't matter which one that you use. They all have the same food. It's a replica from one side to the other. You've got plenty of seating. Though these fake plants, I'm not really sure that I'm thrilled with those. I say there's plenty of seating in here, but everybody seems to be coming about the same time every day. And so it does make it a little bit more difficult to find seating because everybody comes at the same time. Especially if you want one of the premium tables. Luckily we're at port today, so there's not as many people here. So it's easier to find a spot to sit today, but on the other days, especially if you're coming, say before 10 o'clock, it is certainly peak time to be finding a table. And we'll walk out the other side just to show you what it looks like, but again, it's an exact replica of where we just came from. So we'll head on outside now, and I'll show you one of my favorite machines on board this cruise, and that is the soft serve ice cream machine. And one thing that I'll call out is that this ship has been very fortunate to where it has vanilla, chocolate, but you can see there's also a little bit of strawberry there. So a lot of cruise ships don't have the strawberry flavor that I am a big fan of, so I always get excited when I do see that. You're gonna have your bar over here, so if you wanna grab something to drink, you can easily do that. They do have some drink service, but post-COVID, I've not seen that as much on ships as I used to. The pool here is a really good size. I keep thinking about my video on Virgin Voyages cruise and how I gave them such a hard time for their pool. This one actually is a really good size, and it's about the same size of ship. Got 2 hot tubs you can also enjoy. But on top of this pool, you've also got the solarium back here that I'll bring you to. If you want towels, those are over on the right-hand side. Please make sure that you are returning those. They charge you $25. I think it's $25. It may have gone up if you do not return that. If you forget and you're like me and you have one in your room and it is time to get off the ship for disembarkation, they do have a place where you can return those directly beside of guest services on most ships so that you can return the towel and not be charged that amount of money. But you still need to look. I think that I had it still added to my account one time, even though I had returned it. So you've got your solarium here. This is the quiet area. You're gonna have a little bar over here where you can still grab drinks, 2 other hot tubs, and another pool to hang out at. This one has a retractable roof on it. So if you're taking it in colder months, you'll see that this roof, it does close. We actually saw it open up earlier today. They had it closed, and I think they closed it while we're cruising around. But it was really neat to see that open. If you are in those colder environments, it will keep it warmer in here. So if you're gonna be taking her out of Baltimore later this year, that'll probably be a really neat feature. Coming around to the side, you'll see that you have, I believe it's called the Park Cafe on this one, even though it's in the solarium. Maybe it's the Solarium Cafe. That may make more sense. But they have some fantastic salads, roast beef sandwiches, small bites that you can grab to eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They also don't have a Sorrento's on board this ship, so if you want late night snacks, you're gonna come here to be able to grab some of your pizza and hang out from the friendly folks who serve you on board. I don't think that that actually connects. It goes up to the next floor, but I want to do that from over here so we can show you what the spa looks like. I don't necessarily come into the spa a lot. I will get a massage every now and again, but if you want a cheaper massage, I always encourage people to go onto the port that they're in. You can find them much cheaper, and oftentimes they also do a great job. But we'll just pop in here real quick and see how far we go. But before we do that, I'll show you this area over here on the left. This is, I think, a secret kind of area actually, but it's on the other side as well that you just saw. But they've got tables here if you want to just hang out, sit. It's a good spot to get away from any kind of wind and be fully outside. Walking into the spa, you can check out this area. Hello there. Okay, if I just walk around real quick?
Yeah.
Perfect, thank you. So you can, well, you can't on the video smell what's here, but they definitely are infusing the air with some flavors or some scents. So it smells really, really good in here. If you're getting your hair, your nails, something like that done, that's gonna be in this room here. You see all the different products that they sell. They actually do sell really good products. If you ask your dermatologist about it, they do have some higher end quality products that they put online, or that they bring, I shouldn't say online, that they bring onto the ship. This is the relaxation lounge, so I'll walk down here simply because I know that it's not open right now, so there shouldn't be anybody actually in here. At least I hope not. So you can check out the relaxation lounge. It's a really neat spot just to hang out before any treatments you may be having. Have some of that cucumber water or orange water that they're gonna have for you. And you're gonna see that there's one of the massage rooms down there. That's what they look like. So if you're looking at getting a massage, you'd head into one of those rooms. So to get to the Vitality Fitness Center, somewhere you know I like to hang out at, you're actually gonna go now up to the next level, or up to deck 10. So it connects right here. So we'll walk on up and I'll show you the fitness center. There are ways to get to it from the 10th floor, but I think the easiest is just coming to the 9th floor. It is a smaller ship. I think it is the third smallest in the fleet right now. So there is not that many pieces of equipment here. Lots of cardio still. They've got 2 benches, weights that go up to, I believe, 100 pounds still. But that is it. The one big thing that they're missing here for me is a Smith machine, some kind of a barbell. Luckily, they do have a cable system for you to be able to use. More cardio equipment. And then this is going to be the area where they do any of their classes. So if they're doing a spin class, you see the bikes over there, maybe yoga, stretch, or an ab blaster class, this is where that's going to happen at. And more cardio. You've got some legs. Shockingly, there are not 2 abductor machines on here. I feel like there are always 2 abductor machines even on the smallest ships. I don't even see one here. Let's see how the sun is outside. I may cut back and show you the other side, or come in from the other side just to get out of the sun a little bit. Actually, I don't think it's going to matter too terribly much right now which way we go, because the sun is directly above as it's almost noon. So check out the rock climbing wall here in the back of deck 10, or the aft of deck 10. You see Valencia, Spain. I'm actually not getting off the ship at this port. We have been in 7 ports so far. This is our 8th, and I'm tired, y'all. Like, I miss having a sea day. You can see the Aida Stella over there, and they've actually got a neat little crew area and hot tub for their folks to be able to hang out in. That is not a guest area, that's actually a crew area. Here is the rock climbing wall. So if you are adventurous, this is something I've never done before because it goes up way too high for my comfort level, but this is where you would do the rock climbing wall. Actually, let's come around the other way. I might have some not as bright sun if I come this way. If you are doing that rock climbing wall, make sure that you are filling out the correct paperwork. You're getting the wristband. They have to proof you or prove that you are of age and able to actually do it. Shuttleboard, if any of you want to play that, they do have that here as well. Though I don't see too many people playing this game anymore. I used to really enjoy it, but it's rare that I see anybody actually playing shuttleboard on the cruise ship. Continuing to walk, you'll see the staircase directly in front of us. That's going to take you up to Izumi, the concierge lounge, and the dining club. Or not the dining club, but the dance club. And you've got some great views of the solarium here. So if you want to hang out up here, look down and do some people watching, this is a decent spot to do that. It's also a little bit quieter, and you can find some good shade here. I see somebody's even moved 2 chairs all the way up to the top to get extra shade and even more amazing views from up there, I'm sure. So we'll walk over here. They have good seating. This track does go all the way to the left-hand side. As this is an older, smaller ship, it does not have the width to be able to have chairs on both sides of the running track. So they really just put them around this right-hand side. And they are facing away from the water, which always annoys me a little bit, or excuse me, facing away from the pool. I do like to be able to look down at the pool, but here is a great view of the pool here with, actually there's 4 hot tubs here. I said 2 earlier, I believe. And you've got your big screen TV. That is actually going to hold a lot of football games, or soccer games, I should say, for the Americans. American soccer game, and then you've got the European football that they're going to put up there versus the NFL games that you may see when you're cruising out of the U.S. All right, so let's head upstairs. So now we're going to go from deck 10 up to deck 12. There's some restrooms along the way. Right here, actually, it's just going up to deck 11. You'll see that there are some restrooms here that are kind of hidden, but if you want to use those, they are available to you as well. And walking up to deck 11, you'll first see where the entrance to Izumi is. Though we're not going to go in that entrance, it's going to be closed. There's another one, so I can still get you into Izumi, don't worry. You've got the menu for Izumi over here. So if you want to check out what you want to order in advance, that's a good way to do it. And you've got the Viking Crown Lounge here. Hey, everybody. Coming into the Viking Crown Lounge, this is the nightclub. Though oftentimes I would say that they've done more events in the Centrum. That seems to be more the central point than up here. You've got a decent sized bar that they keep busy. You're gonna have your dance floor. And you're gonna have these 2 elevators. If they are doing an event up here, they will turn it off so it will not come to this level. It'll stop on the level below, but it is kind of nice just to be able to take the elevator all the way up here. If you're looking for some air-conditioned people watching, this is a great spot to come. Check out the pool, see who all's down there. And you can see just how big that pool is. Plus, it's got the solarium. And this cruise ship is, what, 30 years old? So plenty of space. And they knew that even back then that the pool was going to be one of the focal points or more important places for this ship. So tucked back here, you've got the Concierge Club. So this is for Suites and Pinnacle members. So I'll quickly buzz us in here. It's an automatic door. You've got where your concierge is going to sit. You've got another computer if you need to sign on for some reason. And they're going to have coffee and food here. They're also going to serve drinks. This is a cool spot to be able to come hang out in. It's a little bit smaller, but the views up here are fantastic, especially compared to the Diamond Lounge downstairs. Not that the views there are bad, but being up higher, it really, really brings the color of the water out. All right, so now we'll just walk around the corner here and head up to Izumi, and I'll show you what that looks like. So one of the neat things here, I think, is that the DJ is up above the Viking Crown dance floor. So he can easily, he or she, can easily see how the club is doing, if their music is, getting us going or not, or if they might need to change it up a little bit. So there are plenty of options. Walking up the stairs, you'll come into the side entrance of Izumi. You see that this is, again, a beautiful spot. We were up here last night, actually, for sunset, sitting at that table right there. Absolutely gorgeous. Highly recommend coming up here for sunset, especially if that's going to be off the aft piece of the ship. If you come with a larger family group, they do have large tables up here as well. I've seen this one here on the left used a few times, and you can see where the DJ hangs out at. Now, back in my heyday, I used to come and hang out with the DJ, actually. I'd come and stand beside of him. I think this was on Enchantment, when this was actually the Diamond Lounge, and I would come hang out with him and look down because my past got me into the Diamond Lounge, so figured, why not? Have some awesome people watching views up here, especially since my dancing skills are absolutely horrible. All right, everybody, so that is Royal Caribbean's Vision of the Seas, a full ship tour of all of the common spaces you can expect to experience here. Even though this is an older, smaller ship, they've done a really good job keeping her up. It doesn't feel dated at all, actually. Some of the furniture styles can be updated, but you can tell that it all looks newer. It looks like it's well cleaned, and they've done a really, really good job, I think, of keeping her in tip-top shape. All right, everyone, this is Brandon, the Weekend Cruiser. Hoping to see you on a weekend cruise or longer sailing soon.